My Music Staff is studio management made easy. It helps you manage your students, schedule, billing and invoicing, and much, much more. It'll automate and streamline all of your unpaid admin work. Plus, My Music Staff can be used to support video lessons and online learning. When you start your 30-day free trial, you'll begin by adding your students. If you have your student information in a spreadsheet, you can use our import tool. Otherwise, just click the Add Student button to begin. The only two required fields are the student's first name and last name. Everything else is completely optional. If you were to enter a student's birthday, the system can automatically send birthday wishes on behalf of your studio. A great way to keep communication with students personalized without taking too much of your time. Next, you'll let the system know how much you want to charge the student for their lessons. You can choose a flat monthly rate, a fixed per lesson rate, or an hourly billing rate. You'll then go on to put in their parent or guardian's contact information. Once you've entered your students into the system, you'll end up with a student list that looks something like this. Note that every student can have their own individual billing relationship with you. This means that you can have one student being charged $50 for each lesson, another charged $75 for each lesson, and another being charged $100 each month regardless of the number of lessons. The system is flexible enough to accommodate most billing needs. Now that you've set up your students and their default billing rate, you can begin scheduling them from the calendar. Click on a date and select New Default Lesson from the pop-up. Choose your student from the drop-down, select the date and time of the lesson, and choose whether this lesson repeats. For this example, I'll have this lesson set to repeat weekly. Click OK, and you'll see that the system has now added these weekly lessons in the calendar. So, you've told the system how much to charge each student for their lessons, and now you've told the system when their lessons are. What you can't see is the system working behind the scenes to calculate how much each student owes you. This is what we call calendar-based billing. Keep your calendar accurate, and your billing will be accurate as well. All of this is being calculated in the Families and Invoices menu. You can see here that each student has their own family account. Families with multiple students will be managed from a single account, so you can provide them with one invoice that includes everything. Each family account will have its own running balance. This allows you to quickly identify which families owe you money. Let's take a closer look at the Duckett family. You can see here that each of Eric's lessons automatically generate a $50 charge, just as we set up before. You can also manually add transactions for things such as books, recital fees, registration fees, discounts, and anything else that you need to add. To collect these fees, you'll create an invoice. Click the New Invoice button to get started. You can invoice for any date range you'd like, monthly, by specific term dates, quarterly, and so on. All you'll need to do is select your desired start and end date. Now click Create. You've just created a professional-looking invoice that can be emailed to this family. You can upload your studio logo to customize your invoices, or use one of My Music Staff's available stock logos. You can even change the invoice accent color. The invoice shows an itemized list of transactions with a very clear total amount due. In addition to accepting cash or checks, you can accept online payments in My Music Staff. We integrate with PayPal and Stripe. With this integration, families can pay you from the comfort of their own homes using the Click Here to Pay Online button on their invoice. When an online payment is completed, the payment will automatically be recorded in My Music Staff in their family account. Of course, you're likely not going to want to create invoices one by one for each family. With just a few clicks, you can invoice in bulk. And better yet, you can automate the process entirely by using the auto-invoicing feature. The system will automatically create and send invoices on your behalf. If you're accepting online payments, you can enable the auto-pay feature as well. Your invoices will be generated, emailed, and instantly paid without you or your families needing to do a thing. No more chasing down payments. Speaking of finances, you can also keep track of your studio expenses in My Music Staff. The benefit of recording your expenses here is that the system is already aware of your teaching revenue. At the end of the year, you can visit the Studio Reports menu to create a revenue and expense report. Send this off to your accountant, and tax season is done. If you don't have one already, your My Music Staff membership includes a studio website. Our website builder is template-based. This means you don't have to be a tech whiz to figure things out. All you need to do is fill in the blanks and select the look and feel of your website. Next, you'll add content by using our simple web page editor. You don't need to know any code to build a My Music Staff website. If you can create a Word document, you can create a website. Here's an example of a website created with My Music Staff. Finally, let's take a look at your home agenda. This takes all of the information you've entered into the system and gives you a concise overview of your day. You can see that there are 3 lessons scheduled. Each lesson displays the start and end time, the lesson type, and where it's taking place. It will also show you which student or students are attending and what repertoire you've assigned them that they're working on. You can see any upcoming birthdays, if an item you lent them is now due, and how much practice time the student has recorded since their last lesson. With each lesson, you can click the Past Notes button to review the notes you recorded at their last lesson. While taking attendance, you'll have the option to leave individual lesson notes for the student, parent, and private notes for yourself. You can email your notes to everyone at the end of the lesson, and students and parents can also access them through the student portal. All of these features and more are included in your My Music Staff membership, only $12.95 a month. Start your free 30-day trial today at mymusicstaff.com.